we talk about everything discussed in the last 2 days. Okay, I think we need to start from this 177 slide, the railway track. This is Maruti. As you can see, this is a railway track, not parallel all the time. But if you bought it each time, it hit the 20 DMA, it worked out. And as you can see, this is the 10K. So having done our course now, I don't think I need to tell you what is this. So this is the daily chart. So even on a daily chart, when a trend becomes mature, you start getting vertical moves. बंद हो गया वो इस तरफ आओ तो पता लगेगा ना Now buying after a meltdown or a melt up, two examples I had shared with you yesterday, Avanti and Thirumalai. This is Aurobindo Pharma. This chart was discussed earlier. As you can see, meltdown leads to buying opportunity. So wherever you see meltdown, other than totally trash stocks like PC Jeweler, etc., most of the time when you have this sort of waterfall declines, it creates a buying opportunity. This is Amara Raja battle. Again, strong decline. This was the result day, and from here you got a fairly large move. Again, same this daily chart, 200 stops, comes back, shallower decline, again rallies. Same trade management, same money management, everything same. And this is your pre-setup. The swing guys, look for this before you buy. This is the best buy. This is a secondary buy. So the idea should be once you get into something, you want to ride this kind of a move. Getting here, getting out on the next bar is useless. Now this is Ashok Leyland. This is about 81. This was where you had that news about BS4 or something, and it went down and immediately reversed, and it never broke this previous low. So this was a great buy here, add here, updation of stop, add here. So those who call themselves positional traders, they should be able to do this. Please tell me what is the difference between this chart and the 5-minute chart we have been discussing. This is daily Ashok Leyland. See, lot size, etc. Everything increase your speed, volume, whatever. When you become more confident, by doing larger volume, you will not become more confident. But by doing smaller volume and getting used to taking the right actions most of the time, only then you should increase your trading volume. The methodology is very simple. The problem is the execution, and execution is often messed up because of psychology. See, this we had discussed Century Plyboard, where the average got held on the other side. Big decline. So far, the average had never held on the upside. This is where you have multiple support. Stock is exhausting, 20 is turning, 200 is there. So when you find these multiple factors, that's when big trades appear. Now say assume you took 2000 shares here and it failed, your stop is right below. Wow, how much did you lose? 20 bucks. But when it works, you can add here green bar, red bar, green bar, add again here, stops rising. Now this 260 rupee buy, volume of 6000, now you ride it to 360. So 100 points into 6000. How much is that? 6 lakh. But if you fail 2000 shares, 30 points, how much is that? Hardly 60,000. So if you do proper adding, updating of stops, riding, on a net basis, the business will win. Again, CSC also I think we had discussed. Same story. Now here the buy can be this bar and this could be add, or if you waited, this is a buy, add, and finally it takes you higher. This 620 became 850. So this is how you do swing trading or positional trading. The concepts remain the same. So the low risk buying method, the lowest risk is panic high and panic low. Why? Because all kinds of short positions and long positions become stuck, and if it works, it does not look back. Even if it does not work, it can often take you out of the market without any problem. So that is the idea why this works so well, as it did with Avanti and Tirumalai, or this works very well, as it did with Maruti Maruti went vertically up to 10,000, and from 10,000 it fell almost to 8,500. So there was even a short trade on Maruti. Okay, now let's look at some of the investing traders can do. Now this is not the entire list. This is something I have done, and I have done it very successfully. In fact, my stocks, my portfolio stocks did not get the damage that many other mid cap portfolios have gotten because I maintain a certain size of company. I don't keep going down to two digit, one digit and hoping something will happen. Number one method. First of all, there has to be precondition even in here. What is the precondition? That the market should have at least corrected about 10%, which we did from 11,000 to 10,000. So hence, most of the mid cap is down 50-60%. Now, this data is from April 2016. So in between that, I think we got even demonetization also, and still the stocks haven't done poorly. In fact, even now, most of the prices, if you check, are higher, probably 100% higher than where we bought. So, first theory is that look for a nice hammering of the market so that you get value. Method 1, look for sector in flavor and look for number 3 or number 4 pairs. For example, consumer stocks are doing well, so United Spirits is doing well, so is Radico Khaitan. In the granite sector, Kajaria Ceramics, Somani Ceramics was doing well, but a new company, not exactly new, 1000 crore sales, Asian Granito has gone up 3 times. Similarly, Lloyd Electric was the number 3, number 4 player in consumer electronics, and that went up, quite a lot when there were takeover rumors. So generally what happens is in a sector which is in flavor, there is often people are trying to buy up number 3 and number 4 to consolidate. So often these stocks are not discussed in the media and hence they are not under coverage. But these are reasonable brands. I mean, this is not number 3 or 4 doing 50 crore of business. I look at least 1000 crores in business so that it's a reasonable brand, reasonable company which will not tomorrow vanish. Method 2. We look for relatively strong balance sheets out of an out of favor business. See, any person, any company can have trouble at any time. Who survives? People who have strong balance sheets. Why is JP in trouble? Because in spite of all the big projects they have done, they have a poor balance sheet. Method 3. Look for panic in certain sectors where sector valuation contracts because of external reasons. What can be that external reason? Like in a commodity business, steel business, steel prices are the lowest in 5 years. Like Tata Steel routinely gets to about 200. So these are those, points in time where people should be vigilant. Sugar is another sector. Every 2-3 years, these guys are going bankrupt. Can we stop eating sugar? No. So sugar is needed. Every second, 3 or 4 years, whenever crude gets closer to 100, aviation stocks, crash like they are going out of business. Please tell me if the entire aviation sector is over, how will you go from one place to another? So those are the kind of things you should be watching. The other way I do things is I go somewhere and shopping, hopping, and sometimes I am very impressed by a product. Often, I've been recommending Bajaj Twins for a long time. How did I stumble on them? I have a Chroma which is very near to my house. So any sort of consumer electronic or whatever I need, I go there and buy. I often like to finance things like television, expensive television like 1,50,000, 2 lakh. And what I figured out there was that Bajaj Finance used to give interest-free loans for 6 months, and if you carried them beyond 6 months, they would charge a decent interest. And I could see that at most Chroma stores there was only Bajaj Finance. So that's a nice monopoly to have, and there was no other player in consumer financing. And I saw many people, people from all stratas of society financing things which they could not afford, and most of them doing it for more than 6 months. I was financing so that every month whatever I earn, some of it I pay and it does not destroy my capital. I look at most things that way. But I saw even people from lower strata financing new mobile phones for 2 years, ready to pay interest. Now at that time it was clear that corporate banks were not getting loans back, farming loans were not coming back. So who was paying loans back? Either it was housing finance or it was consumer finance. So immediately I came back and saw the Bajaj Finance chart. The chart was good, and this was the first time it went to 10,000. This was after that. So it's not like I bought Bajaj Finance at 50 bucks. Today, after that, it got split, I think 10 for 1 or something. Then it went to 700 during demonetization, and that 700 has become 4,000 again. So even from 700, which was basically 7,000 on the earlier price, you still have a multi-bagger. And those are the businesses or the stocks that I like to invest in. I don't want to know how many million tons plant somebody has. I don't want to go into balance sheet detail. All I want to see is any person who does not have a lot of debt, chances are he won't lie. These days you have auditor trouble everywhere. But if a person has no debt, chances are he won't lie. So do not trust financial statements put up by mid cap, small cap companies. Most of them are fudging. So now let's look at some of the things that I looked at when I create a portfolio. Recently you've seen some long-term calls by me. That is because the market is in a good spot for those types of calls. Not because suddenly I have become some great long-term investor. There is a time and place for everything. Okay. Factors I look at, very important. And these factors are not global factors. These are India related, because India we have typical problems. First of all, I want a consumer business. What is a consumer business? VIP, Bata, consumer finance is also consumer business. Anything that you and I use in our practical life. Voltas, you name. Those fan companies, क्या नाम उसका? वो फैन नहीं मिलते हैं? रेड वो रहा है। एक वो ना कूलर टाइप एसी टाइप भी मिलते हैं। Anyway, I believe you have symphony. So anywhere where you have strong brands, consumer story, because that has least amount of government interference. I have seen over a period of time, anywhere where government gets involved, the cost goes up. There are delays. If a bridge had to be made in 1 year and it takes 3 years, given our cost of capital, the project is unviable. What has happened to most infra companies, what has happened to most construction companies, even L&T has not done anything. Then I look for a manageable debt. What is manageable? Max 1 is to 1.5 debt to equity. The best valuation parameter according to me, although people will say, EV to EBITDA, this to that, I think sales is the most solid number in any sort of statement. Market cap to sales. If market cap to sales is about, 2 is to 1, 1 is to 1, that is good valuation parameter. Now, important point, I don't want to be exact in any of this. A 1 is to 1 market cap is a sales to market cap or market cap to sales is a decent number. 1 to 1.5 is also decent, not beyond 2. So that way, I am ensuring that I am getting something cheap. Now you see, what is investing? Investing is buying for $1, buying for 50 cents, what is worth $1. Most people say you should not have a stop in investing. How can you ensure that? If you buy so cheap, if you mark growth down to 0, the stock should not fall. Because when it will start moving, that depends on the chart. When it depends on when others take notice. There is a lot of unknown, and because there is a lot of unknown, buy things which are so cheap that the unknown is priced in. So basically, I am entering a good business where any idiot can lead and make money. Okay. In a tough business, even a good management will struggle. In a good business, the stupidest of management will succeed. This I have not said, Warren Buffett has said, and it's true. So I want basically businesses in favor, strong balance sheet, lack of government policy involvement, and to be able to buy things cheap enough. This is the 4 basic principles on which, 5 principles on which I invest. So I don't invest all the time. Now this is accumulation plus news. A lot of people will remember that at $1,000 I repeated several times a day that Reliance is breaking out and it will cross. This is post split. So 500 here means 1,000. It had a 1 is to 1 bonus. The day Reliance Jio had started turning positive or something, the stock started to break out. So this was a 8 to 10 year consolidation accumulation, and after that it broke out and doubling was not an issue. This is weekly chart, and this you will get from time to time. Now, nobody has any doubt on Reliance balance sheet. Nobody has any doubt on their businesses. So this was, really once in a decade opportunity. Again, United Spirits, big accumulation starts to break out. So this was a time to invest in United Spirits. Good brands, good business. Yes, Vijay Mallya problem, but now he's out. So it can only head up. Demographics are favorable. I mean, there are n number of reasons to buy it. This is Tata Global Beverage. For years, this stock did nothing. But look at this 3-bar movement. This can be taken as 1 bar. So when they started moving to branded tea plus Starbucks, so something began to change in Tata Motors. Again, 2 or 3 year narrow movement and then a breakout. The longer the consolidation or narrow movement, the bigger the expansion. Okay, so these are strong brands which are not going away in a hurry. Tata Global, I think I said Tata Motor. Now some of you may ask, should you buy Tata Motor? I personally don't like their product. And I think that is one of the big reasons why the stock does not go up. But will I buy at 270, 280? Chances are the worst is in the price. But what I want to see is somebody else should also buy. So all of this accumulation should lead to some big bars happening so that I have some confirmation that I am not the only one who is busy. See, if you preempt and buy without large movement, without a violent move, what will happen is sometimes you will be very early. And by being early, you will waste time sitting in the stock when that money and time could be better invested in other things. The second thing is choosing number 3 or 4 player in a sector in flavor. The previous one was choosing strong companies with strong balance sheets which are out of favor. Asian Granito. What did I see here? Kajaria and Somani stocks had already done very well. Home improvement was now a mainstream consumption theme. In April 2016, market cap was 458 crore, sales was 957. So market cap was half of sales. Debt to equity 0.56. Sales growing every year for last 5 years. We bought at 165 in January because this is a January workshop. It reached 609. Even today it is at 400. When do people buy? When it is at 600. And fundamental research is very easy. Go to any tile market, you will find all these 3 companies, their dealers sitting together. This has 1000 crore in sale. 1000 crore in sale is something. It's not easy to achieve 1000 crores in sales. RPG Life Science. There was a time when Sun Pharma and Lupin etc. were at multi-year highs. RPG is Goenka Group company, not a bad group. Sun Pharma, Lupin at multi-year highs. Pharma was then an outperforming theme. In April 2016, Market cap was 360 crore. Sales was 290. So hardly 1.3 times. Debt to equity very manageable. These are all figures which you can get from any website, money control, etc. Sales growing every year for 5 years. We bought at 218. In December, Jan it was about 560 when the rest of the pharma sector was in a bear market. This is December 2017. So multi-baggers, getting them is not very difficult. You just don't know which one will become a multi-bagger when you buy them. This is RPG Life Science. One second. This is the chart of Asian Magneto first. 165 we bought and see how it ran up. Now what to do? We bought at 165, it came off and then it started again. So we have our stop. Trade management, add, keep updating stop. And finally it started to move up vertically. What do? Bar by bar. So exactly the same things, just taking a bit of a different perspective. This was, you can say, a bit of a range bound movement near 200. But we have just added some extra fundamental to look at this. Not very difficult. You don't need to be a CA to look for all this info. This is RPG Life Science. Okay, we bought somewhere at 218, about here. It went up, came off, did not take out your low, so you could have gotten out here also, but it gave you re-entry, and this is 560. This is December 2017. So from here, it still went up 3 times while the entire pharma stocks were coming down. Why? Half of this reason was because mid caps were making new highs. Coromandel International. This is a very famous group, South Murugappa group. They had 2 poor monsoons, agri stocks out of favor. 2016 market cap was 5,555 crore. Sales was double of that. Debt to equity about 1.06. Sales growing every year. This we bought at about 193. I think it's even higher than 572 today. So, investing or trading, you don't need to be exact in this activity. If broadly you bought a good brand at good valuation, you've done your trade management, you will make money. So basically we bought somewhere here. Again, narrow range, breaks out, stop below 200, add, stop updation, and now you see this vertical move that should allow you to book profits. So even larger moves can be achieved using the same trading principles. Kalyani Steel. Metals was out of flavor. Baba Kalyani Group, everybody knows, Bharat Forge, etc., made steel products to be consumed by group. So this is not a normal steel producer. This makes steel and specialized steel to make components. Market cap was 581 crores in April 2016. Sales was 1455 crores. Okay. Market cap was half of sales. Debt to equity, very well capitalized, 0.56. No problem with the overall group position. Sales growing at, for 5 years, it was bought at 133 and it went up to 400. These are not small companies, they are not going out of business, they don't fall 50% if bought correctly and after looking at the right kind of parameters. See, for investing, I think weekly chart is much better. Why? Because the weekly 20 DMA will allow the chart to move up and down. Feders Lloyd is a different company now than it was earlier. I think it has been split up. I think half of it has gone to Crompton or somebody. So it's not the same company that I am speaking about. So this is Kalyani Steel. We bought very close to the 200. See, anytime you are buying something here and the 200 is here, and you can see all kinds of daylight, there's a problem. Always buy when things are near 200. That by definition takes care of risk. Respect risk, cut down risk, see what could be the downside. And the moment we bought, I think 133 thereabouts, within weeks this happened. This is how Coromandel International moved. The other thing is strong brands, good management. VIP, I think since I was 5 years old, we have been buying suitcase from VIP. Well-known brand, consumer stock. Market cap in April 2016, when it was I think 100 bucks. 1442, sales at 1234 crore. Debt to equity is 0.07. Sales growing every year for 5 years. Bought at 102 and today it is I think higher than this price. Very simple investing, no jingalala. Bloody, it has so many plants and it is making 3 bridges and 5 power plants. Don't get into that mess. I think we missed out something. This is VIP Industries. We got in around 100, stop below 200 and see once it starts to move. The moment you have this first pullback and this pullback, look at this pullback, how shallow. You would buy with, at truckloads out here. So first buy is here, tentative. Let's see whether it works. Most trading, most investing starts like that. But once the stock starts acting correctly, you press on the gas and look at the vertical move. This is weekly chart. 170 became almost 400. Okay. Next is company with a moat. What is a moat? A moat is a company has such a niche that nobody else is in that business, and they are very protected niche. So Garware Wardrobes, nobody knew about this company. I read about this in some capital market magazine, etc. And I thought, let's check it out. It made all kinds of nets, fishing nets, sports nets, etc. I still didn't think, nets, how many nets do you need? When I saw market cap to sales 769.29, Garware Group company, so decent company, debt to equity 0.13. See, if I am buying something cheap and say no growth comes in, then this price will bail me out. But what happened, because you had a massive rally on mid caps, this 350 became 1019. What analysis did I do? That I should buy it so cheap that there shouldn't be any problem. Management was good, balance sheet was good, no growth priced in. I don't buy any companies with chore management, with questionable past, because there is enough that I don't know. I don't want extra uncertainty. Now, out of favor, strong brand. How did I buy this? I bought this because Rakesh Jhunjhunwala bought this. But I did not buy it because he bought. I went to my own analysis. He bought, I think, at 165. Again, two bad agricultural years, two successive droughts, large investor buys. In April 2016, market cap was 2200, sales was 3438 crore. Debt to equity was good, management reasonable, pedigree management. This was bought at 180, it is 900, 950. Again, did you have to look for it under any sort of rubble? This same guy has bought now JP Associates. I think it's a terrible investment. So, don't close your eyes and simply buy because somebody else has bought. Always do your due diligence. If two bad years have happened, I think the stock price is already reflecting that. Hence, the price gives you the safety, nothing else. This is Scott's. If you bought anywhere here near 200, breakout, stop below 200, add, update stop, add, and see the move you got. Okay, again comes down, goes up, finds resistance, comes down, shallow pullback. Now look at the distance between 220 and finally price and 20. So this is where it tends to get overextended. If market cap to sales is 1 or 1.5, obviously no growth is priced in. Bajaj Finance market cap to sales, market in financials, you look for book value. If the book value to market cap is 7 times, Obviously growth is priced in. Okay. So try to, and on a chart, if something has been beaten black and blue, chances are growth is not priced in. So there are several ways of looking at that. The idea is to have a general sense that this is an out of favor stock. Don't need to be too exact. See, because when I buy, the stock prices have been smashed up. I don't want debt to equity because I have a lot of choice at that time. I don't want debt to equity of more than 2. Preferably it should be below 2. Okay. I want the strongest possible balance sheet because I am buying a company which is out of favor. See, it depends on what your horizon is, which means that if you want real big multi-baggers, then you have to hold through different cycles, which means that you go through a good cycle, then you go through a bad cycle, business cycle, and then again you go through a good cycle. So in that, a company often goes up 5, 7, 8 times. See, like Bajaj Finance, till the company is growing, why should I get out? Why shouldn't I make 800, 1000 into 10,000? You can see what happened with Eicher. Remember one thing, stock market is a compounding mechanism. What goes up 100% once can go up 100% 10 times, and what doesn't go up will not go up. You can do whatever you like. Continue to hold till something starts to go wrong. ICICI Bank, not only if it was only the Chanda Kochar issue, I would buy it tomorrow in truckloads. Again, it does not have great banking also. It is almost SBI. The lenders or the borrowers are the same. See, bad quality business does not succeed in the market. You think NCLT, etc. At the moment, it's not working the way one would like. Okay, so ICICI Bank is a different kettle of fish. Like you have seen several times, Yes Bank tends to fall 400 bucks. That is a good to buy Yes Bank because Yes Bank for the moment does not have any other problems. All of these corporate lenders have no capital. How do you lend further for growth if you have no capital? So maybe one day we'll get this information that everything is fine and all the NPAs are sorted out. So not at the moment because it's not a business cycle issue. I want to buy a poor business cycle. I don't want to buy a poor business. You need to differentiate that why the stock price is lower. Well, how much quantity to take, that depends on your capital. But what I would like to do is, whatever, say you want to buy 6,000 shares, initially buy 2,000, see what happens. See, it's very important that we get into this mindset that let me dip my toes and see what happens. If it works, I'll put the other toe in. If it works, I'll put my legs in. If it works, I'll go all in. This thing about buying something like a lottery ticket, either it works or I commit suicide, that is no trading plan or investing plan. Because everything starts out with a probability. Well, management, Chanda Kochar I thought was a good manager. She proved me wrong. So what you often look for is people who've been around. They have the experience to take the rough times with the good time. They have been in public eye like Escorts, Garware. These guys are known people. Baba Kalyani, people you keep hearing about. I don't want to get it appeared anywhere who have listed last year. Last year, Manpasand beverage. Even I saw something that was fishy. A beverage company had launched a new mango drink, right? Good for them. But they came on CNBC to announce that a company which has like 25 products, 25 different beverages, came on television to announce a mango drink. Obviously, there was, question of stock price manipulation. Does Hindustan Unilever come and announce every new product? So these are, fishy things which people do to manipulate stock price. See, in a long-term holding, you can use the same stop. If you are buying near 200, underneath your 200 is your stop. For every stock which goes up 300%, there will be one stock which will take away 40%. But as long as your ratio is correct, you are making 300% on 6,000, losing 40% on 2,000. You're in the game. Now, notice one thing. A lot of my strategy is based on addition of volume, managing your money, trade management, and very little is based on entry strategy and knowing the management and reading the balance sheet and doing this and doing that. So the art of trading, act of trading is very different from the act of talking about market. The money is made by money management, capital management and risk management. You do not add after parabolic move is done. All addition is done as near to the 200 as possible. Once something has done a parabolic move, then I think all the weak holders are in. All addition should be done very early in your trade or your investment once it starts moving in your direction. Okay, now the floor is open for everything that we've talked about. For the last 2 days, you want me to look at any individual chart, I can do that. And don't ask me about Monday. I can show you how we could have done this strategy and how the chart looks, etc., but no specific recommendations. Deliver. See, advanced decline is very important. Why? Often you will see towards the end of a rally, and we saw that when Nifty was running up to 11,000, that the market breadth was coming down. So every day, five stocks would take it higher, and that is true to some extent even today. A narrowing market will not be able to take out resistances at higher levels. So if you start seeing market breadth on the first day of a breakout, which kind of peters out by the end, then that breakout is not very sustainable. So always the broader markets must participate with the frontline indices, otherwise things become sideways. Okay, so on financials, would I go for Canfin Homes? Understand this, that Canfin Homes is still making new lows. First of all, we need a stock to stop making new lows. Number one. Number two, interest rates are on an up cycle. So maybe a company like Bajaj Finance can take it, but all the rest are going to face the heat. So this is a bad time to be thinking about Canfin Home, and Canfin Home has run up from like 200 to 3000. So wait for it to drop, wait for some indication of the tightening bias to end. There have to be some triggers. If you buy today at 360 and goes to 250, then it's not value buying. We need to wait for some indication at least that rates are coming off. See, Dr. Reddy or other pharma stocks, in my view, are towards the end of their bearish trend. In fact, on Friday, we have recommended Sun Pharma and Oro Pharma as long-term calls. So now what is happening is these guys are unable to make significant lows. This is Dr. Reddy, right? This is your stop below the low and you buy. But has something turned for it? I don't know. Even this rally terminated and it made new lows. So your 2000 position can be initiated here, and now you wait and see what happens. If it continues to go up, takes out 200, again goes up, that is when you want to add if there is good news, etc., etc., etc. But if it hangs around here, does nothing, then we don't add and then we wait. The only thing positive is that these guys have fallen. But pharma stocks, the decline is not cyclical, it is structural. Okay, so don't get overexcited unless you understand why the decline is there. Pharma prices are coming off very strongly in the US. Okay, for generics. That is the reason all of these stocks are down 70%. Unless that changes, it's like the IT sector where there is a complete technology change. So I will not get overexcited till more good news is there and till I think that sustainably we have to go up. What do you mean sustainably? See, this is the plunge. You can delay okay. Can you see this kind of plunge? This one. Plunge, 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 but still holds on to this zone. Signs are there, but you get excited above 200 if it continues to make these large bars. The signs of accumulation are there, but don't go whole hog and buy 6,000 etc. Wait for it to get into a markup zone because pharma is a very tricky sector. Within days, FDA will come in and say, your processes are not good. That is, in my view, some kind of government interference. So it's not my top call. I am much more interested in companies who make pizza, who make fans. What can you object in fans? Okay. See, Vedanta has temporary bad news. I have seen Vedanta at 60 bucks. That is the business cycle downtrend that I am looking for. When copper prices are making 5-year lows, that is the time to get into Vedanta. Right now it's a trading buy. It is not out of favor. See, mainly I look at only on the 5-minute chart to make my 10-12 stock list. But I have a general sense of where each stock is going. Okay. Sugar has just started correcting. Most of these guys will be on their knees before sugar bottoms. Crude can go up to 100. See, companies are in trouble when banks are after them, when they are saying we will have to close down operations, etc., etc., etc. They have to be slammed. Right now, aviation is not getting slammed. DMart, the time to buy was 600. Now, that reminds me, how do I use the listing price? DMart, what happened was, I think listing price was 300. It listed at 500, went down for I think 1 or 2 days, and then came back and started taking out 615, 620. That was the listing day high. What did that prove? That there was immense amount of buying at lower levels, and within 2 days it crossed its listing high. That is the time I bought. At demonetization time, we added on all sorts of corrections. We added. Today, DMart is at new highs. So it is kind of a momentum call. I don't think it is a great investment buy. There's a difference. When markets are choppy, it's in your hand. Some people reduce their position by 30%, others reduce by 50%. See, generally commodity stocks bottom out at the worst possible time when supply is huge and demand is very low. Stocks bottom out much before the good news starts coming in. Like for next 1 year till the election, no major decision is expected. So possibly when the new government comes in, etc., maybe then infra decisions will be taken. So cement maybe will still go down, but it's getting to a zone from where you would like to look at it very seriously. Sir, I have given you the strategy of taking the initial position and adding to your position, which is the moment you see a red bar crossed by a green bar, you add. When you see a green bar crossed by a red bar on the downside, you add. There cannot be any formula. The only guidelines are that you add as close to 200 as possible so that when once it starts running vertically, that is not the time you add. See, PNB is a structural problem. It is a DNA problem. PSU banks will go down like MTNL did. You think that entire staff, which has done nothing but corruption for so many years, you can change the entire staff? Understand the problem a company is going through and what could be the solution. PNB has no solution. Neither do any of the PSU banks. See, these are older charts, but stochastic is not something I look at very closely. Sugar has just started bleeding. I have repeated that couple of times. You do not buy things till you hear screams of the companies, the management. The screaming has just started. Look at the previous cycle low on Dhampur sugar and you will know how much lower it can go. That is often a good reference point. But how will you know FIDI has exited Rain Industries? See, these are all, again you are going back to subjective criteria. The objective, if it's a large bar against you which takes your stop loss out, that is when you exit. Or if your price is moving way away from the averages, that is when you exit. If you get too many issues involved, then it will be difficult to track. And sometimes, people book profits and other people come in. Unless number of people coming in is smaller than the number of people going out, and that only a chart can tell you, don't need to look at that. Sir, RERA rally is over. You all remember last year I had recommended mid-cap realty stocks, Sobha, Godrej, all of them. They have already done up 100, 120%. The markets don't respect Johnny come latelys. You have to anticipate these things. Okay, that reminds me that AMI broker code is available at our office, and AMI broker in my opinion is the cheapest way of looking at pivots. If you want that, we can help you out. If not, you can decide on any other product. I think the central pivot range is not available in any software. Pivot points are there, but not the zone, the CPR that we talk about. So that has to be programmed. So either you program yourself in some other software. If you want AMI broker, call up the office. External factors, when I talk about, I mean that global commodity prices have fallen, or there is some external issue like demonetization. So all consumer stocks have fallen. External factors, I don't mean FII or DII or things of that nature, but it should be a factor which is a macro factor for industry. Now, also one of the techniques we use is whenever there is macro news on a sector or the market. Now, what can be a macro news for the market? It could be US Fed reducing rates. It could be Indian Central Bank reducing outlook on inflation or rates. That sort of a macro news is a market related macro news. Why? Because it impacts fund flow. Also, there could be sector related macro news, which means rubber prices have come down, hence the profitability metric of tire stocks improve. Rupee is falling, so the profitability metrics of IT starts to improve. So that is the macro news which can also be used in conjunction with technical analysis because that tends to drive money towards a particular sector. If open price is inside R1, inside CPR, there is no trade available. In terms of entry, exit and adding, be incremental. Divide up into three. 2000 light, 4000 heavy, 2000 light, 4000 medium, 6000 heavy. It could be take out the zeros, 200 light, 400 heavy, 400 medium, 600 heavy. So whatever the final quantity you want to do, divide it into three. Enter one quantity at a time, exit one quantity at a time. Unless you have to exit, which means something is coming down ferociously towards your stop. Sir, crude is not rising, which means 10 years back, crude was at 140. Today it is at 80. Other thing, some things were earlier commodity dependent. Over time, they become consumer stocks. Now you tell me, in today's day and age, I will not get my house painted because crude has gone up. So don't use these standard theories. They don't work. See, incremental orders you want to put, but how will you put it? Because certain things need to happen for you to buy that incremental thing. See, don't try to over automate because that will lead to trouble. We buy when there is a reinforcement of the earlier upside. We don't buy just randomly. You will buy once the bears have failed and again bulls have taken over. That is the point we add also. See, it's very simple that oil marketing companies are in a some sort of a downtrend. Okay. Whenever they get oversold, they have sharp bounce backs also. I have given you a simple strategy. When 20 is away from 200, price is away from 20, that is the time to look for opportunities to take a counter trade. So that is what you can do in oil marketing companies. A gap strategy, basically I have told you the gap should happen after a narrow range if you want to buy the upside gap. Whenever a gap happens post a narrow range, 95% of the time you buy immediately. Does not cross previous day high, then you have to buy that gap post a decline. Why? Because then the narrow range theory does not work out. So there are days on which you buy the gap up, there are days on which you sell the gap up. So if there is a narrow range and the market is just getting into expansion, you cross previous day R1, you buy and market goes up further. If market is sideways, you gap up to R1 and from there you start declining, then that is the day to sell the gap up. So first the context of the market should be clear to you. Madam, best way to find uptrend, downtrend is put a 20 DMA, whichever side it's going, that is a trend. Generally, there is a select group of stocks that institutions buy. Institutions don't buy every Tom, Dick, Harry stock. For purposes of bank nifty or for the purposes of large stocks, a big bar, I, you or this workshop participants, we cannot create a big bar. A big massive bar is created with a gap when somebody comes and puts in a 2 lakh order on bank nifty 50 points higher. Only then can you get 2 lakhs. Even on individual stocks, if you want 1 lakh shares, you cannot get at the money. So that by definition means that some large buyer is in the market. See, there cannot be any perfect source of such news. If today morning 9 o'clock an institution is bought, the data will come only post the market. So these are assessments you make that some amount of institution buying has come and that has led to short covering and that major bar. Yes, you will see all calls that I give during that 1 month period. But the idea should be the process, not the calls. See, basically CPR and 200 period average is the same thing. So basically what you are asking me that do I look at ORB near CPR? Yes, it is the same thing. But the best trades come when R1 or S1 is crossed within first 10-15 minutes. So buyback shares have nothing to do with trading or technical analysis. And what is a buyback that is announced in this country? 10%, 5%? That does not lead to a major stock price movement, and that is a nice trap for retail guys who think all their quantity will get accepted. I think I have just told you how to look at sectors that you should be watching. Out of favor, strong balance sheet, look for those stocks. This year will be very range bound. So to expect that you will get major multi-baggers before the election, I don't think is a very correct expectation. Market needs a nice mood of certainty, inflation is low, rates are coming down, stable government. That sort of environment has to be there. Here every second month there is one election after the other election, after the third election, inflation going up, food going up. This is not your best environment to be taking large positions. Sir, if you are still following my CNBC comment, then you probably have not understood this workshop, because in this workshop I have spoken 90% about everything else that I speak on CNBC. CNBC time frame is till my next show, what should I do? That may not be the case for you, A. B. CNBC does not take updates from me every 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So sometimes I say something and situation changes. That is the main issue. CNBC tries to become some sort of a prediction channel. That we said this happened, that happened. Trading is not a game of prediction, it is a game of strategy, it is a game of chess. Otherwise, astrologers should be the best traders. If you don't have strategy, you can only predict. I can show you n number of traders who can't do it. Because by predicting or by thinking that you know, you've already shot yourself in the foot. Why? Because you will not take your loss because you know. So you are only misguiding yourself by making this into a predictive activity. See, I had bought Spider for end of day. I still have Spider, that's 10-11,000 per year. But because of my television, I need good scanning ability. Spider intraday did not have good scanning ability. Otherwise, I have no problem with Spider. See, the issue is the car does not matter finally. Whether it is Mercedes or Maruti, if you don't know how to drive, you are screwed anyway. So my sense is if you don't have to give calls every half an hour, 1 hour, then Falcon is probably of limited utility. Those are people who wait for my call on TV are not professional traders. They are amateur traders. Do you take medicine by listening to a doctor on TV? So be practical. If tomorrow some pilot comes on TV and explains to you how to fly an aircraft, will you start flying an aircraft? This is a very, very, very serious activity, and no amount of preparation, no amount of practice is enough to guarantee success. Least of all, watching TV and doing what people say to do there, because it's a probabilistic activity. People have to be ready for things to not work. Most people who switch on TV are people who are looking for certainty. What is the certainty in IPL? Nothing. In other activities, we don't expect certainty, but in trading, you listen to somebody's call and you think, this will happen. That is the first step. Okay, yes, this looks good. What after that? What after that? That time is not available there. I think we are pretty much done here. In case you have any more questions, we can sit for another 5 minutes, but more or less I have tried to answer everything that is there. Now the rest of the stuff will happen once we start with the real-time training. Well, 1 month you people will be in touch in a similar sort of webinar. Other than that, if you have any questions, you can email and most of them get answered. But the idea should be, if you've attended a workshop, focus on the basics. If basics are right, you'll be able to move forward. If your question is still क्या लग रहा है, तो then क्या लग रहा है has no जवाब. So there is nothing better or worse. In Bank Nifty, the question is what is better, intraday or positional? There are times when you take a position and you get 1,000 points on Bank Nifty. There are times you take a position one day, next day it gaps down. You sell, next day it gaps up. So that time intraday is better. The market keeps changing. Understand this. Any strategy which works in a particular phase may not work in another phase because the market has changed. So unless you are able to, keep changing your strategy, keep being flexible, you will not be able to deal with all kinds of market. Thanks everybody for coming, and we'll meet on 1st of July. Thank you.